Hello, hello. I'm back. Pretty late today, but it's been a productive day for me. I got a haircut. I also went grocery shopping, and then cooked dinner, and then watched a couple episodes of Lazarus and To Be Hero X with Off. And now, it's time to play Ghost of Tsushima, because I don't really have anything else planned for the night, and I figured this would be a good vibe compared to playing the finals. So, while usually I'd get to this a little bit earlier, I figure I want to make use of my days off and make sure that I get some time to commit to this, seeing as I haven't been doing as much of it as I initially had hoped that I would, but I was realistic about it when I decided that I was going to take some days off and knew that I probably would be getting to things pretty late. So, I've still been kind of making progress in some other stuff in the background. Sorry, I'm struggling to get this plugged in. There we go. Um, Still been making a little bit of progress in things in the background, but also got some health struggles to deal with in the meantime that have been kind of impeding the progress. So I'm trying to be, uh, I don't know, what's the term that I'm looking for? Conscientious. Let me see if that applies properly. Not necessarily conscientious, but considerate of that. I'm trying to, I don't know, give myself, I use this phrase a lot, but give myself some grace considering the struggles. Also, I forgot that I let my computer, my monitors go to sleep, which means I need to reopen this. Hopefully that won't be an issue for this game session. I don't know if it'll result in some flickering since I've already opened the game without the AMD program open. But if it does cause some technical difficulties, then I'll do what I can to resolve this. But let's go ahead and get to it. Last I left off, I met with Tomoe, actually, at her cabin in the woods, and she said that there's going to be an attack from Mongol archers, and she's in need of Jin's and Sensei Ishikawa's help in order to deal with that problem. So I'm going to see what I can do to head over there with Ishikawa in order to resolve that, but apparently the attack, from what I saw on the map, is actually in this region, in Kubera. At least I thought it was. It's supposed to show it here. I don't know why it's not marked. Right? Am I wrong? It was here. I'm like, there it is. I was like, I'm fully certain that it is in here. I didn't realize that it's all the way down here. So I'm actually going to manually head down. I wasn't going to initially, but I kind of want to see what things are like on the way down, what I can discover. And then I'll resolve this because that seems pretty pressing. I don't think I can just be like, oh, there's going to be a massive attack. Let me send Sensei Ishikawa over to meet with Tomoe to find out what the deal is, and then just ignore the matters entirely. But at the same time, I'm also curious because where is Tomoe's home? I thought it was somewhere around here. Yeah, it should be the trapper's house. But I wouldn't expect Ishikawa to, or Jin rather, to know where Ishikawa and Tomoe went. So I'm just gonna head over there, change my fit to the traveler's attire, so that way I can get some more discovered on the map. And then after we resolve that, we'll see how much more I wanna do. And then I got some input from Eli, actually. I think I mentioned that I was gonna be asking him about some of the stuff relating to the end of the story with as little spoilers as possible, or as few spoilers as possible. And he said that the main result of completing the story is that there are going to be some dyes that you can get. At least is the main difference between the options that you can choose. And he gave me the method on how to make sure I get those. Initially I thought it was going to have something to do with save scumming. Turns out it's actually that you load into a mission, and he didn't give me any details about how the plot of it goes, but it's you load in, you choose whatever option you don't actually want, and then as soon as it takes you out of the dialogue or whatever menu you're in that lets you choose that and it gives you the associated choice, you then immediately abandon the mission and go back to the beginning, from which point you can re-enter or go back to before you start the mission, from which point you can re-enter and you'll be able to... That's quite a jump. Oh, he's not attacking if I want him to. From which one you can re-enter and choose the one that you want. Oh, what a hit, what a hit. Good on him. Alright, let me lock in. I kinda wanna play with my food a little bit, admittedly. Alright, he's getting kinda low. Can I kick him when he's got a shield? I sure can. Man, the kicks make it easy. I'm just bullying this guy at this point. This is goofy. I don't know why he's not moving off the bamboo. There we go. Oh, can I get him with the bear? Get him, bear. This would be really funny if the bear eats him. Yeah! Win that. Come on, do some damage. You can clean up. Okay, he's playing with his food too. Nah, no way you lose that bear. I fed him to you. Alright, let me make sure I don't play with my food too much. I'm gonna wait to regen my health. Alright, let me actually go in for a proper kill. There we go. Okay, I think that about does it. Anyhow, so yeah, when I load into the final mission, or the mission that lets me choose between dies, I will make the choice that I don't actually want to follow through with for the rest of the playthrough, and then that'll give me the resulting die from associated with that choice. I will then load back into proper gameplay, do nothing, immediately back out, which put me to before I started the mission, but still with the die, and from that point I can re-enter, choose the option that I do want, get the associated die with that choice, and then continue on getting both dies. So that's the method. That's what he was telling me. And I told him, before I do any story missions, I will just make sure that I save from here on out, since, I'm getting close, so. But, that said, I'm trying to make sure that I take care of as much as I can before I do that, because I don't know what kind of spot we're going to be left in. And they're not paying attention. Oh, he hit me. Good on him. Yikes. Someone sounds terrified. Alright, I can use some resolve. Fine. Alright, go ahead and rush me. Let's see it. I guess I didn't have to burn through resolve there. I would have just healed up naturally.
Free soon.
I'd given up hope before you came.
Find somewhere safe. Be careful.
It's not much, but please, take it.
Alright. Okay, let's see. Can I get my other tabs, my other windows back to normal? Back to a proper refresh rate? Because when I'm tabbing in the game, it does not seem to be handling it all too well. Although I think it's doing better now. I think we're alright. Alright, then we got a horse skin. And then, where's the wind leading me? Looks like it's roughly this way. I'm just curious if I'll be able to see something at Tomoe's, her house. Because if I can actually see Ishikawa interacting with Tomoe, or if I could just meet with Tomoe and she's like, hey, Ishikawa went over there already, that'd be kind of neat. I'm not expecting that to be the case, but I'm hoping that it is. And I've done enough combat for now. I'm going to let these guys do their thing. I think I might need one of these. Nope, I guess not. Am I full on them? I am. Okay, I think this is the camp that I already discovered that I cleared. There's nobody on the guard posts. But I believe sometimes around these camps, there are still Mongols that will patrol around. At least it seems to be that oftentimes I'll clear them and then there'll be a patrol that's like reapproaching as I finish it. And there is a group out here, a little encounter on the road.
Show me your skill.
Just handle this through standoff. The supplies will be kind of useful, I think. I was a little worried I didn't react fast enough there. I kind of slid my mouse forward. Wow, you still have health. That's kind of insane. I would have figured after a Heavenly Strike, post stagger, that you'd just be dead. Okay, I couldn't have that horse, but I'm not super worried about it. Let's gather these flowers, though. You know, the one thing I'll appreciate about being back in Toyotama is that the flowers are a lot more abundant there. And I've surely already been to this place, right? Pretty sure I climbed up here manually. I must have. Let's see. Oh, can the horse not get back over? Oh, it can. Good, good. It would have been kind of cool if there were like wolves or tigers or something other than just bears and boar all around the map. I don't know what was native to Tsushima around this time, but I have to imagine there were more predators on the in this big ass island than just black bears and wild boar. Okay, so Tomoe is gone. As I expected. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna just travel all the way to the south through Castle Shimura, because that wouldn't make any fucking sense at all. So I'm going to head over to Fort Kiminodake, because that should be Jin's. Should be under his control. And, again, normally I would just fast travel there, but actually, can I even fast travel there? I can't. I'd have to fast travel the pillar and then go south. Yeah, so I'll just travel, clear out a portion of the map. I was gonna say, I can venture back manually after completing the mission. But I think I have better odds of clearing out some of this empty space if I just head through this way and follow the bird, which is right there. Yeah, I'll have more things that I can discover along the way. Oh, this is the first haiku spot that I found here, I think. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I put on the ghost armor for this. I know I don't really have to, but I just want to see what happens. There's another checkpoint down there. Reflect on ruin. This would have been interesting to do after the invasion's over. I wonder if the fires are still roaring after it's done. Okay, on ruin. Shattered and hopeless. Destroying our past. My DPI feels high. Burning desire. Ruin. Again, if I know the second options, I might reconsider. Desire doesn't seem to make sense with the ruin, but we'll see. I get the impression this is going to be the most poetic start. Deeply breathe in the despair, a remnant of our failure, bowing to devastation. Burning desire. A remnant of our failure, or deeply breathe in the despair. I don't know, I'm between these two. I feel like the second option's gonna have the best result, but we'll see. Broken and consumed. Accepting our fate. Ashes never found. I'm trying to remember what the other option was before, so I'm considering maybe I should reset this. It was deeply breathe in the despair, or... I can't believe I already forgot what the other one was. A remnant of our failure? Ooh, a remnant of our failure, ashes never found would be pretty good, but deeply breathe in the despair. Accepting our fate might be better. Let's do accepting our fate. There's the feet cam. Sorry to disappoint. That camera broke.
Deeply breathe in the despair. Accepting our fate.
Sorry, I completely juxtaposes this poem, but yeah, I'll set up a GoFundMe to get the feet cam back. I'll get an Instalink 360, not sponsored, so that way I can just like have proper motion tracking on the feet. It'll zoom in when I curl my toes. Excellent. Yo, this one's kind of fire. It's the exact same as Gibson's blindfold, but just white. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's alright. I can't go back and do it now without reloading a save. But the other option was pretty good too. Burning Desire, Remnant of Our Failure. And then Ashes Never Found. I guess that would be... that'd embody the concept of ruin a little bit better, but... I don't know. Okay, that looks like... I'm pretty sure I've already been on that little island. That's gonna be a Pillar of Honor down there. I'm pretty confident of that, at least. Alright, these signs still don't have anything. It's a little odd. Just a little thwack. Double thwack. Alright. I thought there was another eagle, but maybe not.
Horse.
Oh, there's a collectible here. I guess I should have figured. I would think maybe in the tree, but... I don't know for certain. Okay, we're just gonna take this as a regular ass fight. Actually, never mind. Might as well just use this. I wonder if I can enter Ghost Stance mid standoff. Alright, I'm not hearing the firefly anymore, so let's head to the tree and see if it's over here. Apparently not, so it must be in this big house, just on the other end or something. There it is. Farewell. At first I thought I was dreaming. I've often found myself waking in the morning far from my bed without any idea how I got there. So when I woke to see the sacred Yorishiro tree in flames. So when I woke to see the sacred Yorishiro tree in flames, I thought it was a nightmare. But it's real. The entire forest is burning. There is nowhere to run. This, too, will burn in the fire. And so I write my final wish. Ooh, that's tough. I loved you all my life, Terute, but I could never work up the courage to tell you. Perhaps the wind will carry these ashes to you, and you will hear my final wish whisper to you in the tall grass. Yeah, I read ahead. That's tough. Well, we carry forward, I guess. I don't know, these kinds of things really resonate with me because the sentiment of expecting it to burn in the fire, it has me wondering if, like, maybe it would have been better that way, or if maybe the final wishes actually came true because somebody found it, you know? It's hard to say. The person's clearly no longer around to answer for themselves or to decide for themselves even, because they might not even know. But I don't know. It has me wondering about who the other person is and how they feel, and the fact that that might be a question never answered, a question that they never even knew was there. Oh, there's another siege weapon. There it is. No? Not there? Oh, there's people taking shelter here. So I would suppose there it is. Can I help these people before I go get the weapon? I guess not.
Should destroy the seashore.
Despawn after running through that bush? He did. Well, not important. Taking care of this is important. Supplies, yep, sure enough. See, I struggle with games like this because I feel like I should always deal with it. Like all of these little encounters on the roads. I feel like it's important that I take care of them. alone, bro. I'm trying to kill your friend. Alright. Can't have you run all that way away. Both of you are terrified? Bro, you guys gotta stop. I'm tired of all this chasing. Bird was a little stalled there, but it's all good. It happens.
I'm in your debt.
Be careful up there.
Please, accept this small gift.
Okay, I'm hoping one of them dropped arrows. Surely this guy... Well, do they stop dropping them if you kill them after they cower? Ah, there we go. There's 6. Nice. Okay, it sounds like there's another encounter somewhere nearby. I was thinking about heading back down to the little village that was getting attacked by the siege weapon. I guess I'll do that really quick. See if the people are still down there. If I can speak with them. Should be kind of neat. They are still there. Is that woman still trapped in the dirt? Nope, she's not.
Must be back under Tifo's control. The siege weapon is destroyed. You're safe.
We thought we were dead, my lord. Please, take anything you find as our thanks.
I thought I saw another bundle of 3 supplies over here, but maybe just gave them to me automatically. Alright, I highly doubt that I'm going to find anything else of value near here. It's all just going to be little scattered supply bundles. Let's see if I can quickly get to my destination. How far is it? 1.6 kilometers! Alright, I'm going to need to lock in. That is a hefty hike away. And it is not going down quickly. Have I already been over here? I have not. If I cross through this way, then it'll already be explored. But if I go this way, then I'll encounter a side quest. Let's do the side quest. Seems like the right thing to do. Okay, a little more than a side quest, apparently. Oh, that's a... Why is this Mongol territory if that's a warrior monk? Oh, but I do see a Mongol over there. Kill enemies with a longbow? Easy enough. Say less. Is he like, did somebody get killed there and he's searching? Now, of course, I am concerned about the eagle, but I also figured there'd be an archer. I think I spotted him for a moment. Ah, he went to go inspect the dead warrior monk. Understood. Okay, I could probably take out the captain with one shot from the longbow. And in fact, I think, since nobody seems to be paying attention to the eagle... They are eagles, right? Not hawks? Yeah, I don't think anybody would notice. He's dead down there. And that said, I do see a guy, archer over here, but he's wearing a shield, I think. My next concern is that one, which is going from post to post. But if I kill the archer, then that... Oh, that's a Hwacha. Alright, that's 2 problems solved of my 3. And that other guy's an archer as well. The eagle will spot me if I go in for the kill here. But I don't know if it'll like start alerting the enemies if it sees bodies. I mean, ooh, but those guys might end up seeing the bodies. Bro, what are you talking about? How could you possibly be seeing me here? Okay, well, it's not gonna alert anybody. You technically would see me if I drop in. Whoa, that was crazy blur. That was a little disorienting. Okay, I could potentially take out the patrol that's gonna be up here. Those 2 guards. Actually... Ah, it turns out they don't go as high as I thought. Dude, why is everything so blurry? Like the depth of field got all messed up. Surely there's a... Yep, roof hatch. If I take that, am I above you? Am I dropping in right on top of you? You know, I'm gonna send it. Let's see. Okay, I should be able to get a quick double. Right now. Okay, and that reset my depth of field. That's good. Oh, they have a monk as a prisoner. I don't know why you have a weapon and are a prisoner, but you know, whatever. Who am I to judge? Oh, they're mad at you. I think. Okay, can I get a cheeky chain assassinate? Was not expecting to land that. Okay, did he live? He did. Good for you. I'm not sure what you were doing in here. I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Protection, my lord.
Clearly.
You have my eternal respect, Lord Sakai.
Alright, let's see where our collectible is. It's actually somewhere over here. Oh, you're still alive. That I was not expecting. Completely forgot about you, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna take a random guess and say that the collectible is by the entrance over here at this cart, I think, or this barricade. The bug sounded pretty active over here. Sure enough. Oh, it's an artifact of the Hwacha. As the Mongol Empire has expanded, it has drawn upon the military and engineering expertise of conquered regions across the Asian continent. One example of this is the Hwacha, a siege weapon first developed in Korea. Is that how you pronounce it? Korea? The Hwacha is a mobile card capable of shooting dozens or even hundreds of arrows in a single volley, with a range of up to several hundred feet. Almost got that all the way through. Okay, so that being liberated should clear out a good amount of space here. So this is looking a little nicer now. You must be leading me down to this same side quest that I was already heading towards.
Kenta, my poor boy. Why did it have to be you?
Let me change my fit.
What happened here?
The Mongols found out my sons burned one of their supply wagons. They forced me to choose which son they'd kill as punishment.
I'm sorry. What happened to your other son?
They took him. I'm sure it was Chuta's idea to burn their supplies.
He may still be alive. Which way did they go?
Across the bridge.
That's tough. That's real tough. I know I said that earlier about the lover's note, but man, it's forcing you to choose which son that they're gonna kill. What just happened? Alright. Man. I feel bad that he just told me that I where they went and I could go track them. And I'm over here just looting his house. Say I was doing an advanced search for clues. I was really getting into the nitty-gritty. Oh, that's just a way to drop down. He said they went over the bridge. I was kind of hoping they went to that house over there. This might be a bit of a hike.
Tracks lead to that homestead.
Okay, these guys just are not paying attention. Not locked in. Okay, it said they lead to the homestead. There's a dog. It's gonna be a slight problem. I do have ghost stance, so I can use that. You probably won't be able to see me if I make this jump. And is anybody going to be paying attention to that dog right there? Oh, the second dog might find out. Alright, go ahead and cross in front of this door for me. I have to be pretty quick on the assassination here, though. Okay, I got a good amount below me. Oh, and he's facing the sun. Okay, so I'm gonna have to drop down over here. Which I can do. Okay, and you might spot me. But not too heavily. Okay. U-turn? You do. Okay, so this as a stealth kit actually isn't that good because it keeps alerting people. Just because every kill has a chance of terrifying somebody else. Really? I'm surprised that missed.
Please release me! You'll be free soon.
Oh, thank you.
Your father told me about his choice to save you.
Save me? The Mongols asked him who to spare. My brother's name left his lips without a thought. When he saw they meant to kill Genta instead, he begged them to take me. I can't face him. This all happened because I asked Genta to help burn that wagon.
What do you want me to tell your father?
That you were too late to save me.
Okay, so let me process this really quick. So the father said they asked him who to kill, which isn't entirely honest, but it's effectively what they were going to do. They asked him who to spare. And then, of course, once he told them who he was hoping would live, that was who they were going to kill. So he wanted Ginta to live because it was that son's idea. He presumed it was that son's idea to burn the wagon. So when they chose that they were going to kill Ginta, he instead pleaded for them to take him. Which they did. So Ginta must be dead as well. Okay, so the son, I gather, the son doesn't want to face the father because not only did the father value Ginta's life that much more, and he pleaded that they take the other son's life, the one who's alive. Not only would he not want to face him for that fact, but also his choice did cause Ginta to get killed. Okay, I think I understand. So this is kind of multi-layered. Okay, can this horse cross this river? No. I guess I gotta go by bridge. I was gonna go kill those Mongols, but maybe not. Now you know what though? Let me see if I can just hit a quick little poison dart. You guys are quick. I think I hit him. He must have just despawned as he got over the... Oh, I did hit him. Nice. Okay, do you still know where I am? You seem to. I wanted to see how exploitable the enemy AI would be, but not as much as I thought. Alright, don't mind me, I got a little searching to do. Enemies nearby. Oh, you're cowering right here? Alright, bro.
You're going to be all right.
Alright, good call, peasant.
My prayers have been answered.
Go and stay safe.
I'd be honored if you had this.
Thank you very much. There are a lot of Mongols over here. I get the impression the father might have been killed. Oh, there's a fox skin over that way too.
Father's not here. Maybe he left a clue where he went.
Chuta. Hope you one day forgive me for the choice I made.
The guilt was too much. He drowned himself, and it was the Mongols who pushed him to it.
Charm of Fire Doctrine. Okay, that's another one of those. Burning enemy has a 15% chance to terrify nearby enemies. Glad to have that, but I actually think that might be one of the most complex side quests that this game has had. Not complex in terms of gameplay mechanics, but in terms of like story layers, characters. The fact that the father, in his phrasing, was dishonest with Jin. The Mongols did not ask him which one to spare. The Mongols did not ask him which one to kill, they asked him which one to spare, but they lied to him. So when it was revealed that he wanted, like he was so desperate for Ginta to be spared, it showed Chuda how much, or Chuda might have felt that it showed how much more the father loved Ginta, when in reality, the father seemed that he was just convinced of Ginta's innocence, that he didn't want to burn the cart, but was pushed to do it by Chuda, which Chuda verified was true without us even mentioning it. And then for Chuda to think his father didn't love him compared to Ginta, and Ginta got killed because of it, and then to think he couldn't face his father because of that, and would have wanted Jin to tell him that he was dead, but the father grieved so much that he took his own life out of the regret that he had, selling out Chuda as well. Like, man, that's just such a complex situation. That's rough. Okay, where are the enemies that I can see? Okay, right ahead of me. You know what? Let's speed this up. Can I just loot you for arrows? You I can get. That's just supplies, but whatever. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna grab these flowers, and then I'll proceed towards the fox den. I don't think I've done this one already, but I almost definitely haven't, because the direction I was facing didn't seem to indicate that there was one, and the flowers floating around it would imply to me that it still hasn't been done. Speaking of flowers, I do wish that I could gather more of this bamboo. Okay, well, let me follow you. I gather you want me to go to Mother's Bull Rock, but... They don't seem to get aggressive with you if you're on a horse, which is good. Thank you very much, my friend. Carry on. Live well. Oh, I don't have a pin anymore. Okay, so that's not far from where I was. It does say there's an undiscovered location right here. I want to go this way to Fort Kamidake. Let me make sure I re-equip my traveler's armor. I guess I'll hit this up because it's an undiscovered location, and then after that I will work my way back to the west. Again, a good portion of the reason that I'm not just fast traveling is to flesh out this part of the map, so I don't mind roaming around for a bit. What are you doing all the way up there? And don't worry, I see the...
Someone help!
I see the Tsushima banner.
I'm up here!
Hold still. Follow me.
Kami heard my cries and sent you to save me. Thank you, my lord.
Is that all there is to this? Okay, I think the fire technically did damage to me, so it reset my ghost stance, which is a little unfortunate because it's just an environmental thing. And I don't know if there's necessarily a way to avoid it. I guess maybe it would have let me climb up from right here. That's still on fire. Oh, there's a new saddle that I can't use because my horse is dead. Alright, what's that? That's not the undiscovered location. Let me not get ahead of myself. But I see Torii gates, so maybe it's these? But I think they lead that way, not over here. Hard to say. Well, the signs lead this way. So I guess not. Oh, it's right over there. Never mind. And that appears to be the end of another fox den. Okay, Okay, I still feel like shooting flaming arrows at the bear probably isn't a good idea. And it looks like that actually might not be a Foxton, it's just a little shrine or altar or something. But okay, have I been over here already? I feel like I haven't. But this also isn't the undiscovered location. So that has me wondering. Actually, maybe it is. Frostcliff Shrine. Or maybe it just wasn't showing on my map. Which appears to be the case. Ooh, a melee charm. A legendary one at that. Interesting. So this would be probably a pretty fun little adventure. I appreciate the little bundle of supplies showing me where to go. Really enjoying the Hold A simulator. Again, I gotta commend his leg strength. Just slamming into these little cliff sides must be tough. Like that right there. Bracing all that impact with the toes on one foot while slamming your shin into the other rock or trying to avoid doing so. Like, assuming you don't slam your shin into the side of the rock. Well, there's my horse. Assuming you don't slam your shin into the side of the rock, the fact that you have to probably hit your knee on the ground, just unpleasant. Okay, I don't think I can make that jump, so must be this way. Did I not come from here? I did not, because there are flowers over there. Yeah. Actually, that makes me wonder, what's over on... Oh, that's the rest of the island. Man, this little peninsula is significantly larger than I thought it was. Really completely warped my perception of the cliffside. I was like, I wonder what all that is. It turns out that's just the mainland. Well, not the mainland, but you get what I mean. That's Toyotama. It's the south. Yoink. What am I doing on supplies? 19,000. Okay. Doing okay. Oh, there are more flowers I didn't see. Oh, this is the shrine that I was looking for earlier. Charm of it. Let me try this one more time. Nigihiyahi. Right? Nigihayahi. No Mikoto. Man, that one's... I gotta know how to say it before I read it. It's a lot of vowels. Charm of the Kami of the Sky. Deal moderate bonus damage while at full health. See, that one I like. Deal bonus damage while at 50% health or less, I like less. That one sounds better. Especially on a build that heals you on kill. Like some of those samurai armor sets. That's quite nice. I'm just gonna hit the button. I'll skip the flowers. Alright. So heading this way, I'll end up stumbling across this undiscovered location, and then I can continue going around over to Fort Kamiyadake through the Judo's foothills. I think that would be wise. That kind of helps me circle the entire map. Discover a pretty large chunk of it. I'm happy with that. You thug it out. You got it under control. You too, hold on. You got a slave. You're not a slave, a hostage. Man, you guys refuse to give this a rest. I'm getting back up. Astonished, I know. Alright. Why don't one of you go for lunch? Make this easy for me, please. Somebody. You know what? Fine. Oh, you're still on the horse. Are you gonna run away from me on the horse? Okay. Now that I'm technically out of combat, I should heal.
You're going to be all right.
I don't think the bird counts as a combatant.
This is a
It did not.
Be careful up there.
Please, this is for you.
Okay, am I getting closer to what I need to discover there? Surely I am. It's just rough, because I can't travel by road. So if I travel by road, I encounter these patrols. If I travel by the woods, then I encounter people hunting. No, you will not give it a rest, will you? That hits. Oh, there's a golden bird. Neat. Alright, pal. Where to? Let's see, a little hot spring. This I will appreciate. I know he's gonna get naked anyway, but might as well. Reflect on a lover's touch or my legacy. Has Jin mentioned being in love whatsoever? I'm really curious what that is, so I'm going to choose it, but I feel like the legacy of the ghost is more his speed, but I want to know what his answer is here.
Wish I had some company in here. It's been too long.
That's it. Nah, hold on. You gotta let me redo that. What a waste. I thought he'd have some insight about some person. That's it. Alright. Well, I regret my decision to follow that dialogue option. But whatever. Not dialogue, that monologue, that narration. Okay, I do wonder if I were to go through here, would they be like, hey, you're exiled, attack? Okay, yeah, it's gonna be annoying. Oh, okay. I forgot how cheap that move is. I will be exploiting it. More flowers back there. Definitely want those. Bro, all of this, it's been an hour? Hour and a half, and I still haven't got down to Ishikawa. But it's chill, it is what it is. Okay, surely that's the oxygen I already did. In fact, it is. So between myself and that, there's nothing. But I haven't explored that part of the map yet. This is clearly Mongol occupied. Is there a vent that I can slip through up here? I can't hang down here, but it's okay because there's no place that I can through. Okay, let me do a little parkour here. Man, it's really not wanting me to go down those sides of the house. And I really want to, but it disagrees. What's poppin'? Ivory of Woe, an indomitable lord emerges from Tsushima's clans. That's clean. I don't like the red lips, but that's super clean. Alright, there's a guy still alive, so... Problem solved. Alright, that was kind of funny. Just popping out like that. Getting to use my ghost stance. What do we got here? Linen, yoink. What else? More linen. Dead civilians. Parkour. Okay, you can't be just stuck in a tree. Alright. This is Lord Shimura's camp? No, it's telling... Where is Lord Shimura's camp? Why was it highlighting it? Was it... Isn't it right here? Yeah, okay, it's right there. That's weird. I don't know why I was highlighting all the way in there. If I go over the Kin Falls, then... Yeah, I can get to Fort Kimi no Dake. I could technically cross through here. I don't think it's going to be like, oh, you can't go through. But, I haven't seen any of this yet, so I might as well. And I actually already know what all of this space is because, as I mentioned, I went to the Fox and I was able to see entirely across from here to there. I don't know what's ahead of the Fox in between that and the Sanctuary. But admittedly, that's looking much, much better than it was before. I do wish I could have cleared out a little more of this space, but I'm going to clear out hopefully a good chunk of this fog, leaving me with a couple of dollops there. And then, of course, getting that done should connect this little point down here and up here. So that'll help flesh out the rest of that area, and then just kind of Sago and whatnot. So it's mostly this, that, and the north, once that's taken care of. Right, have I been that way? Not yet, but I'll figure that out later. I was not expecting it to make it across the water there. I wonder if Jin's ever gonna get an apology from killing his horse. Kage didn't deserve that. He did nothing wrong. Not very honorable. I've already done that. Yeah, the Kranon Shrine. Got it. I'm not gonna bother with those in the flowers or in the grass. Oh, unless the bird takes me there, then... But it doesn't look like it's going to, thankfully. to another hot spring, though, I can already tell. Maybe I'll get to reflect on something that isn't stupid this time. Maybe now I get to find out about his legacy. Thanks, bird. I feel like it's been a long time since Taka sacrificed to be thinking about it. But it seems more important than his poison.
I didn't know you long, but you were brave, Taka. As brave as any samurai I've met. I hope you knew that.
Okay, I can kind of go around the base of the mountain here, or I can go over it and hopefully find a way back down. Which is, I think, what I'm going to do here.
Huge wish wish.
Well, speaking of his poison. That guy is sleeping on the wrong side of the tent. One of you has a gun though, right? Whatever that spear thing was called, you do. It would make more sense to get the sleeping guy though. Oh, you also have one, fortunately. You gonna engage in combat here? Do you win those? Oh, you're getting double teamed. Can't have that. Can't have that at all. Wakey wakey? Whoa, are they just spawning now? Oh, he snapped out of it. Alright, that was a little clunky. What am I meant to discover here? I'd have thought, certainly there's an artifact here, right? Why else would the thing be going off? And then it stops as I get further away. Is it like up the mountain? No. Doesn't seem to be, at least. Maybe somewhere over here? I suppose I'll have to figure that out later. That's odd. Well, from what I could tell, I couldn't go any higher. Let's hope if I avoid the road, they won't be too attentive to my presence. Although they are searching in this direction. I'm not sure how they could have gotten through the checkpoint here, but whatever.
Of course they have.
Man, I feel like I am pushing this horse super hard.
That's not possible.
But you could see a nicer side of Tsushima, horse. Pretty sure you were already over here at some point, but... whatever. Enjoy it while you're here. Oh, cool. So going around that actually just like fully discovers that this part of the map isn't passable. I'm actually totally cool with that. That helps clear that up a lot. Makes this seem a little more evenly developed or explored. Okay, from here I don't really need to manually travel since I've already seen all of this, so I actually am just gonna fast travel right here. And I will travel over to Kushi Temple, from which point I'll head south. And while I'm here, I might as well put on the ghost armor again.
Sakai,
You have word from Tomoe?
the three of us will meet. Then she'll reveal where and when her archers plan to attack.
You think she'll tell us the truth?
We'll find out. And Sakai, there will be no room for error.
I came prepared, Sensei.
Let's go.
Alright. Laid to rest. Finally Ishikawa mission. I feel like Ishikawa has plot immunity. I don't think he can die here, but it would be pretty interesting if we find out that he was like lying or something.
Where are we headed?
North of
Seems that that
Ubuki
might
Cove.
be...
She sent word to meet at an old gambling den.
Might be a good spot for an ambush.
We have the advantage. The Mongols turned against her. She is desperate
Desperate enemies are dangerous.
because they are unpredictable. But Tomoe has two choices. Enlist our help, or betray us. You spent time with her. What do you think?
She didn't attack me in Jogaku, but that could be a trick to lower your guard.
We're prepared for treachery.
If she doesn't ambush us, we hear her out. And if this planned attack is real, we cooperate. After that, we'll deal with her.
She betrayed her people. She will answer for it.
True. Okay, yeah, I feel like earlier in the Ishikawa quest line, it was kind of leading up to this notion that Ishikawa had in some way deceived us. He wasn't entirely truthful about his relationship with Tomoe, or rather how much he cared for her, and how hesitant he'd be to stop her. But at the same time, he seems like he's gathered greater resolve to do so now. Sorry, Ishikawa, a little detour, and you need to get some flowers. He seems like he's gathered greater resolve for that now. But at the same time, Tomoe had some words before I saw her at the trapper's house, saying something along the lines of like,
What will you say when you see her?
I have nothing
not
to
telling
say
me the truth.
to Tomoe.
You don't want answers? You haven't spoken since she joined the enemy.
Any chance of talking ended the moment she turned on me. We're getting close. Eyes open. We go on foot from here.
oh, is this the same gambling den that I was already at before? Kind of want to wear Tadeure's armor for this, since he's an archer, but
Stay low. A lot of places to hide archers here.
yeah, I feel like this is an easy way for us to get killed by crouching out in the open and following these pathways.
That's the gambling den
No Mongols.
that we can see. Stop here. That outcropping to the right. I'll position myself there. Then you...
Sensei Ishikawa! Jin! If I was here to kill you, you'd already be dead!
I was kind of thinking that.
Get over here!
You should wait out here.
Not a chance.
Stay alert.
You know what? I am gonna wear Tadeure's armor. I like it too much.
Sensei. Jin?
Always so sure of yourself.
The one thing you never had to teach me.
Your archers are planning an attack. Where and when?
Umugi Cove. Heading there now.
Why tell us?
The Khan betrayed me. I'm taking my archers away.
And if we don't help you stop them, they'll wipe out Umugi Cove.
I don't believe you.
Do nothing. And watch what happens. Damn it. The Mongols followed me.
Damn you, Tomoe!
Oh, what the fuck? Not realize I was gonna get stuck in focus mode. Nice.
Do they seem like my friends?
Man, Ishikawa is falling. Okay, he is kind of getting rolled. But I can't help but notice all of these guys are helmetless. I forgot how OP this
No more
armor
traps
set
in the
is,
way.
though.
This wasn't a trap.
Okay. Although, admittedly, I do admit, Oh, that was so redundant. Although, admittedly, I do think I'm gonna stick with the ghost armor. I had my time with it. I'm gonna go back to it.
She fought back against the Mongols, Sensei.
To deceive us, so we lower our guard.
If I want to put an arrow in you, there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Enough! Umugi Cove could be under attack. We need to move.
Fine. But if Tomoe even breathes wrong, I'll put her in the dirt.
Both of you. This way.
And saving Umugi Cove won't make amends for your crimes, Tomoe.
They forced me to teach your way of the bow.
Did they force you to kill your own people at Fort Nakayama?
They were being tortured. I offered a quick, painless death. And the Mongols spared me. I won't apologize for surviving.
Mongol patrol.
I've got them.
An interesting strategy, crouching right in front of me. Alright, let's see Tomoe get some hits in. Deal the final blow. Oh, I don't think she can, actually. Well, she was trying.
What's the best route to the coast?
If they see us headed for Umugi Cove, Tomoe's archers could be alerted.
Agreed. We should stay off the roads.
Cut through this field.
How
Why
did
are
you
we
find
going
my
on
camp
foot
in
now?
Tsushima?
Your people attacked me. We tracked them.
I told them to avoid you two. I had plans for a dozen more camps.
I'm glad they ignored your orders.
I lost control. By the time we set up in Kushi, I wasn't in charge.
More ahead.
A lot more.
Take them.
Okay. Fuck, like it's so hard to decide. I really feel like it would be more fun with this. Fuck it, I'm sticking to it. That was close. I'm astonished that he was able to dodge that, actually.
Bad, Sakai.
You sound like Sensei Ishikawa.
The trees at the end of the field. We can rest there, out of sight.
Tomoe, you said you lost control of the Mongols in Kushi, but a woman saw you there with them.
A woman you burned alive.
That was not my doing.
Not with your bow. You trained her killers.
Most of the time, I convinced them to spare lives, not take them. Over here! Get down!
The Mongols are out in force.
They're hunting me. I thought I lost them.
Didn't think to mention that earlier.
I'm mentioning it now.
Wait here until nightfall. We can use the darkness to our advantage.
Will they attack the cove before then?
No. They'll position archers. Make sure no one gets out. Plan their slaughter.
Get some rest. I'll keep watch.
Sun's down. Ready?
Tomoe, you're in front. The sensei and I will follow.
So you can stab me in the back?
If the Mongols spot you first, we get out of sight and drop them. Let's go.
Stay close.
Don't let her out of your sight, Sakai.
I can hear you, Sensei.
Good. Mongol lookouts ahead.
Jing, you take one. I'll take the other.
I was expecting her to release on mine,
Hide
my
yourselves.
release, but I wonder if I missed if Ishikawa would have taken care of it and they might have like pervaded me or something.
Dagoro, not there. Bosodden, ende sonor serem steba. On your mark, Sakai.
Don't miss, Sensei. One arrow, one death. You took that last one with the circling falcon shot, Sensei.
You saw that. You changed your form too.
I shift the right hand down, so when you release...
That's interesting.
Nobody said this would be easy.
We get in a fight here, your archers will be alerted. Start the attack before we reach the cove.
We can't risk it. What do you think, Sakai?
Follow my lead. Don't fall behind.
No, I'm taking the lead. Alright, find a way through the bog. Okay, are they going to be assisting me with that matter, or... Because I feel like with the lack of pampas grass over here, that's not going to be easy. And that guy's wearing a helmet, so they're going to have to shoot him in the back. I really am curious if this is a situation where I'm allowed to get kills or not. Because I don't see how the archers wouldn't spot me. Okay, I think they would see me if I did a chain assassination on top of this hill. I don't know if this guy is gonna see them down... Maybe they wouldn't? No, they almost certainly would. Like, I can nearly guarantee it. I have to hope they don't see this. I think this guy's far away enough from the other that they won't see him. He's wearing a helmet. So we'll go around the rock. And I can just longbow him, but don't have to. Oh, okay.
My archers.
The moment we attack, they'll retreat into town. Use it to defend against us.
Innocent people will die.
See the barrels in their carts? I'll circle behind. One flaming arrow.
Once you shoot, they'll be on you. If you stay back in the tree line...
I might miss. I need to get close.
That's an easy shot from right here.
I've done.
Go.
You trust her?
I trust her desire for revenge.
She was
That's how
quick.
she stayed one step ahead of us. You taught her well, Sensei.
I know. Get ready. Now!
Yeah, dude, this build is ridiculously powerful. I love this armor.
Not bad, Sakai.
Where's Tomoe?
I don't know. Was she wounded?
Tomoe!
Near the end of the fight, I saw her by the archway over there.
That leads straight into Umugi Cove.
If any Mongols try to retreat that way...
Maybe she gave chase.
Tomoe knows that killing her archers won't erase her crimes.
But she got her revenge.
Is that all she got?
She fought alongside us. That will mean something once we defeat the enemy.
Forget the Mongols. What does she want in Umugi Cove?
There's not much here besides thieves and cutthroats.
Yeah, I am concerned about that.
Smugglers.
She needs a boat to get off the island.
You there!
Yes, my lord.
Did you see a woman run through here?
A warrior. She was headed for the beach.
This way! Tomoe played us for fools.
She helped save Umugi Cove.
The Mongols were hunting her. We gave her safe passage to a way off the island.
We're always one step behind.
But there's still time to stop her.
Jin's running out of stamina. You got it, Ishikawa. Jin, don't do it. Oh, she broke her bow.
Sensei Ishikawa, we have judged each other harshly, but the Buddha tells us that our greatest enemies can be our best teachers.
I am grateful for your teaching, and for the chance to fight by your side a final time. I have been your student. I would have become your daughter, but the way of the bow is behind me now. What lies ahead? I am like an arrow, shot from a bow. Who knows where the wind will take me?
It's over.
Maybe she'll reach Kyoto after all.
If she were anyone else, I'd say that's impossible.
We still have a war to finish. A home to rebuild.
I have no more lessons to give in this life, except one. Promise me, you won't repeat my mistakes.
I promise, Sensei.
Another charm of precision. Oh, there's only 2 of them. Okay, I thought there were more. Wait, do I already have some on? I already, okay, so I can get 3. Got it, got it. Okay. A new gift is available. Alright, but it doesn't tell me what the gift is. I have to go there to find out. I'm sure it'll be some kind of cosmetic after this, I think. Shattered Mask of Tomoe. Worn by a legendary archer. Once an enemy, but no longer. That's pretty cool. I feel like it'd be weird to be wearing that, but it looks nice. Midnight Shark. Half bow dot. That's clean. That's super clean. That looks even better than this one. which I don't remember which one I wanted to wear with this fit. I feel like it was just this, but I'm gonna have to see. What do I have for the longbow? White and purple? Hmm. That's a hard decision to make. I don't know which I prefer here, or what I was using before for that matter. I want to say I was using Storming Falcon, so I might just stick with that.
Lord Shimura raised you well.
Not reciprocated? Alright. Anyhow, I was thinking, I totally understand why Jin would spare her there, especially as she's already broken her bow and her mask and left a note. She already tried to justify why she did what she did, saying that any of the Japanese civilians that she killed, they were mercy killings, and she always tried to convince the Mongols not to kill anytime that she could. But at the same time, I do feel like there would have to be more discussion, more convincing. And while she has no responsibility to become Ishikawa's daughter, as he so desired, or like to uphold his legacy and to carry on his legacy, I guess is what I mean. I also feel like without, maybe this is just like the American perception of justice, or the modern perception of justice that I have, but I feel like she should have, quote, stood trial, you know? She should have had to justify herself, and atone for her crimes a little bit further. Obviously, she spared Mugi Cove, and there are going to be civilians here, as we earlier saved that woman and her daughter. But at the same time, this is a cove of, as they said, thieves, killers, and smugglers. I don't necessarily know that it stands the same as it would have been if it were, say, Akashima Village. I just don't know. Like, obviously, I think she did the right thing there. I'm glad that Jin didn't hold hatred for her, because I don't think she deserved it from him. But I also feel like letting her go like that, just so cut and dry after Jin had one conversation with her, when she clearly could have at least been of more use against the Mongol invaders for the rest of the campaign, it just seems a little too lax. Like, Yuna is a thief, right? But did nothing else wrong, and Lord Shimura insisted that she stay to retake Castle Shimura before they could let her and Taka go back to the mainland. So obviously Lord Shimura is more strict than Jin is in that regard, but like, Tomoe killed people and helped others kill people. She taught them how to do it more effectively and efficiently. She caused a lot of problems for Jin and Sensei Ishikawa, even if she didn't intend to. The result of her work was a lot of obstruction for them in reclaiming their land. I feel like she should have had to do a little more work to account for that. Whoa, what a shift in shadows. I never noticed that it does that. Man, that's crazy. What the fuck? Anyhow, that's just me. That's my opinion. That's just like my opinion, man. Alright, let's go back to the Kubara Haiku, and we will venture forth from there. Heading north. I don't know. I've been live for 2 hours. That might be a good spot to call it. And work our way back north after that. I think so. Because I don't really want to go through all the effort to head up from here. I mean, I will next time I play. But I think that was a good adventure, a lot of discovery. We did another side quest along the way. A Father's Choice, that one was tough. Stopped a siege weapon. I think we cleared out another fort. I want to say it was this one, though I could be wrong. I think we've done plenty. So, next time I play, I'll be heading north again. Back on my way up to this, and then Jogaku Temple. If I can clear that out, then that'd be another good step. That would be the last thing I need for that Mongol armor. And then I think that's about all I can earn as far as that goes up until I find the next mythic storyteller, which I would have hoped is somewhere around here. Maybe in Azumi Village? Although I don't know. That's the only other place that I could think he would be, unless he were all the way up north. Although did they say that the Khan's in Port Azumi? I'm pretty sure that was true. I couldn't imagine, like, I bet I'm gonna pull up over here and this is gonna be a massive fortress with like a bunch of ships and stuff. I can already kind of see it. I could be completely wrong, but that would be so cool if it's another, like you have to siege a port again, kind of like we had to do all the way down in Izuhara over at, I think it was this place. Nah, not this one. It was Beachside Camp? Whatever we had to do with the straw hats. Alright, but that'll be it for now. We leave off here. I'll fast travel north and then we'll call it. So I gotta go Mountainside Ruins. I don't remember what that is. I'm gonna go there just to check it out. Can't remember what the Mountainside Ruins are. Ah. I still don't remember what this used to be. Was this where... Maybe this is where Jin and Yuna fought those slavers? I don't know. Also, am I gaining technique points? I want to, like... I want to save them for the next ghost thing. But I feel like I'm supposed to be earning them, and I'm not. Although I guess when I do that, it'll be a technique point, and then this will be a technique point. So if I do this and it doesn't grant me one, then I'll know. But let me look that up. Max technique points. Tsushima. Okay, somebody else said... You will have exactly enough technique points to unlock everything by the time you hit max legend. That is, unless you get the Lux, then you will forever have one left over. Okay. No spoilers. I've managed to avoid that. It says that I should be able to max out everything and have a point remaining by the end of this. But also with that said, if I buy both of these, I only have 2 left. Which I could spend, because this will be granted. So I could spend on 2 of these. And I would have to suppose that I can earn more as I go along. Maybe this is from Iki Island? I don't know. Whatever the case, I'll figure it out. I'm still saving them for now because I don't think I need to spend them quite yet, but I hope that's not gonna screw me over in the long run. Alright. Well, that's the end of Ishikawa's tale. Tomoe gets to escape back to the mainland, and I get to call it here. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I appreciated it. I had a lot of fun, and I look forward to the next time that I play. Not sure if it'll be tomorrow or another point after that. Who knows? We'll see. But, yeah, I think the next goal is going to be to work our way back to the north, try to finish out a couple of those camps to try to get that commander's armor. And then after that, I will have nothing else. I can just talk to Yuna at that point. So, next stream, like I said, not exactly sure when it's going to be and what it's going to be about, but we will see. For now, I'm going to end it off here. I wish you the best. Good luck with what you got going on. And hopefully I'll catch you all later. Wish you all the best. All that good stuff. And that's it. Appreciate all of you. Love you. All the good stuff. See you around. Peace. Bye-bye.